overload.
Make sure I'm not hitting the lights tonight.
Don't knock the lantern down.
Welcome, everybody, and welcome our guests, Captain
Jay Tucci.
Ahoy, everyone! Thanks for having me here.
Clapping, so I'm going to do it right here. There we go.
Round of applause.
Round of applause, everybody.
How about that?
How about that?
Here we are.
Let me get the comments up. Oh God, we already got people talking.
Oh,
Lord
people
help
are
me.
talking. Things are happening already.
Where's the room at? Hi. Oh, hi, Janet. Top notch Janet is on. Hello, lady. Slackbeard. Boy, sir. So, we already got a good crowd on. Look, we're all here for you, Jay. Look at that.
Yeah.
Aww. Well, that's not
we came to give you love. We like love.
We love love. If
love.
If you haven't, like the page, subscribe, ring that bell.
Give us even more love.
And you know who else you can do that for is Captain Jay Tucci. And we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So
drink.
Tonight, I want to say we were thrilled. We have a pirate legend with us. And I'm going to call you a legend, sir, because your ass is up and down the East Coast more than most of us. But
you're
you're a member of the Order of Leviathan, and you're just all around awesome. And wait a minute. I forgot this. You have a peg leg.
Yeah. Because
Yeah, that's true.
Like, subscribe, drink more rum.
Yeah.
So
see, everybody knows. They all know.
And if they don't know you from your YouTube channel, they need to know you from your YouTube channel as well. And we're going to put all that fun stuff in our how that works.
The description and all that.
All that. So, but as Ballas was going, what is your drink of choice tonight? I saw you were drinking something. Please tell me it's not water.
I'm set up actually out in my outside bar, and it's very warm.
Hold on. Can't hear you. Hold on.
Oh.
Let's try this again. Say something.
How about
sir?
now?
Why are you muted?
Check.
No.
Hold on. We were sitting there talking earlier, so I'm trying to figure out why we are not.
We had you.
Your mic was muted by producer.
I'm trying to make it not mute.
Emily can hear me.
Oh,
Interesting.
the audience can hear him, but we can't.
Oh, that's nice.
That's messed up.
That's
how is it everybody else can hear him, but we can't?
We're gonna need sign language.
I
gotta figure out this bullshit. Yeah, you keep doing sign language, sir.
Hello? Hello?
Oh,
I had a.
Are we hearing it through the phone now?
Is that better?
Yeah.
Hello?
I'm trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Why I can't hear you on my computer. Yeah.
Hello?
And then I said, "That's not my wife. That's a duck."
What
I don't know. This is the first time we've ever had this problem. Pirates and technology is such bullshit. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out.
Oh, Lord. We were talking to him for like 15 minutes before we went on.
I don't know.
We were fine.
Yeah.
This reminds me of that time I went to the market to buy corn and I had to pay $1 a year. Hi, Bo.
I still can't hear him.
I'm the cat.
Fuck. Yeah, you keep laughing, sir. I see that you're talking. I don't understand why I can't hear him.
Is it something on his end, maybe?
No. Everybody hears him talking. I just can't hear him.
I don't know what's going on.
I can hear him, but they can't hear you. Go figure. It's one or the other. Oh, my God. All right. Hold on. Sorry.
We did test
trying to figure this out.
We're working on it.
I've never had this happen before.
Yeah. I say that to other ladies, too. This has never happened before.
Yeah, I know. Everybody can be laughing.
So, Jay, entertain the crowd for us.
Yeah, you can keep talking because clearly everybody hears you. We just can't.
They can hear both of us, but just not.
Tell us bad pirate jokes. I could read the comments.
Did we lose the speaker, maybe?
No.
Everybody
hears everything. We cannot hear him.
But I mean,
And then there.
Keep talking, sir. You keep chatting.
Hey, it's your show now, buddy.
Yeah,
you got it. Take it.
Obviously, everybody hears you.
Oh, this one time at band camp.
Welcome to Pillage Overload with Jay Tucci.
How does this happen? How does technology hate us so much? Oh, I wish. Janet, listen, Tiki is she has her own place in the barn now. She doesn't love us anymore.
Pirate down. Pirate down.
She's got her own space. It's kind of nice for her.
I don't know.
But she's not anywhere near me, so I can't grab her.
You see the chat,
I wish
dude?
I could.
No, only
I wish she loved us again.
You can hear us.
We're sorry, buddy. We're trying to figure it out.
That's why us pirates haven't taken over the world.
Emily, that's a good idea.
Over the world.
They could just earphones it, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
this
thing happens.
This is a story of our lives.
She is okay with my wife, but not so much with me anymore. So it kind of stinks.
I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
It's fine. We're fine. Everything's fine.
I know he sat there and had a full...
look at like this. Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
I hear you. All right. Can everybody hear both of us? Emily, Robert, can you guys hear both of us? Please tell me yes.
That was perfect.
We've got your back.
Okay. Jesus. All right. Great. All right. I don't know what the fuck's going on with the speaker.
So turn your volume all the way up.
I'm working on it.
So we normally have a speaker out there just so we can hear you nicely. Now we hear you through the phone. So at least we hear you through the phone.
It's through my
computer.
It's through the computer. So
double delay.
Oh, no, we're good. All right. Thank you, everybody, surviving with that.
We apologize for the delay. So we still have our drink sitting here, so let's do that.
Pirates and technology. I need a drink now.
Lord. Now we need our drink. All right. So what do we got?
User error. I don't AI. Really? Thanks, everybody.
Chime in on what you think went wrong.
Everybody's like AI, user error. It is probably user error. I don't know. What the hell?
All right.
I drank all my rum while waiting. Hey. All right, Emily. At least it's not like the first week.
That's your own
where fault. I had to like change the streaming link and all that crap.
All right.
Bite me.
What is our drink?
Our drink is called the Steel Pan drink.
Steel Pan. All right. So what's in it?
It's supposed to be passion fruit vodka, white rum, passion fruit juice, and sugar. But
we
changed it.
Being pirates, changed it.
It's passion fruit rum, white vodka. I guess is there any other color vodka, and passion fruit juice, and no sugar.
Yes.
So let's see how
we're going to try it and tell you how good or bad it is.
Start over with hashtag drink more rum. I can't believe that crap. That pisses me off.
It's pretty good.
Is it sweet enough?
I didn't hear you. Is what were you drinking?
Oh, it's water.
And I even said that. I was like, better not be water. And then everything went muted.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do over.
It's so hot outside here, and my bar's outside, so I got water so I wouldn't pass out.
All right. That's a good choice.
I did have 3 cups of water before we started the show, so that's good.
Don't pass out on us, please.
So, but
we try to not have that happen, at least on the show. As much rum as we drink sometimes, we
all need both.
Well, that's a shame. I was about to talk about that. You actually are working on your own tiki-themed bar at home, so I'm assuming that's outside then.
Yeah, outside on my porch here. That's right. Yeah, it's going to be a pirate tiki theme. It's coming together quite well.
How far along would you say that is? Because you've been printing a bunch of tiles and everything to go, I guess, on your backsplash of your bar.
I have. So these tiles, I have 25, 50, 75, and then a couple extras. Here's one here that I just randomly picked.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Robert.
So so I'm laser engraving these, sealing them, and then they'll be sealed in resin as a memory bar, a pirate memory bar. So all the memories are over the years of being a pirate and the different events we've done and the crews we've hung out with. So yeah,
Which is a lot. I mean, I imagine you have to be having a really hard time picking to be able to get the choices on the back of the bar.
Yeah, you know what? The quality of the photo makes it a little easier to be able to say no and yes to different photos. But yeah, there's some really good memories, and you know, we've got a lot of tiles on here of friends that have passed, um, that are going to be really good stories when people are over here and having a drink, and you know, maybe they
Yeah.
don't know the pirate people, and they point, oh, what's the story here, and it's just something to talk about, something, you know, it's a discussion piece. I really love it. So
Yeah, you could probably spend hours just staring at it and reminiscing, I would imagine.
Yeah. Super excited to get it done. I'm gonna lay some resin this weekend and get at least half of it poured. So
Jesus.
Yeah.
Resin. Awesome. I don't we kind of you've been working on our bar in the backyard, and
yeah, I'm redoing ours too.
For the third edition in how many years?
Well, here's the thing. I did a little thing order. I painted the order logo on the top of the bar for her right before she got inducted, and apparently the wood that I used shrank. So after I installed the bar and I had it all up there, the wood shrank, and now there's gaps that are like a 1/4 inch wide in the top of the bar. So I'm taking it all off and completely redoing it. So yeah, one side's going to be a map of the Caribbean from like the 1700s, and then the other side is going to be a really nice redone order logo.
I love the map idea, big time.
That's really fun. It's going to be cool. I'm wood burning it into the top of the bar. So our bar is in 2 pieces, so we can split it up and get it on and off the porch and everything when we need to. So that's why it's one side and another side. So it's pretty cool.
I have a really old map of Richmond too, and I really want to take that and turn it into like a pirate treasure map with just the different areas that's here in Richmond, just for display purposes here, because we love the heritage in this area and the history and everything. So,
have you seen the pirate maps? So I have one, and there's a series of them, but I have one for the Upper East Coast, Maine, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, and it's on parchment, and it has numbers along the coast, and then a key on the side, and the numbers match up to historical pirate like landmarks, like Blackbeard's visit here or treasure found here, and they have them for different regions on the East Coast, even all the way down to Florida. They're in different sections. I should find the vendor name and send it to you.
Hell yeah, I would like a copy of that. No, I've never seen that, and I think that I've seen
the map of the shipwrecks.
Yeah, the shipwrecks off the coast. I've seen that one.
And that sounds cool, though. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, it's kind of like what I want to do with our Richmond one was put in the historical markers. Like Hollywood Cemetery is a big historical marker around here, and then Henricus Historical Park, which is they do like 1610, and that we are supporters of, is another big historical marker around here. But that's cool. Yeah, find that and share that. That'd be awesome.
I will.
So I'm looking at my notes because my notes suck. I should have made them in big letters like yours, because
would you like to read?
No, I don't need yours. So I just
little aside here. She prints 2 different versions of our notes because hers is smaller, like regular size, and then she blows them up for me so I can read them without my glasses.
But you do have your glasses with you.
Yeah, I do. But I don't need them because you printed it nice and big for me.
You're welcome.
Like a 3rd grader. So anyway.
You said that, I didn't.
Let's move from us to our guest.
So tonight,
go ahead.
part of tonight's topic that you had brought up, and I thought it was a fantastic idea when he brought it to me, was talking about engaging kids within our pirate events and also within the reenactment community. And look, Pillage Overload is not a kid show. Let me just see that because it's a hashtag double fisting, drink more rum. So, but we love it. We love doing what we do because it's not only the just being a pirate on a daily basis, but also the kids. I think the first time we ever did our reenactment and got to interact with the kids was the moment me and him were like, this is awesome. This is super cool and really got the bug. But I want to know what got you the bug on reenacting with kids. And you also do all this awesome balloon things with the sword, like we shared with the picture for the show tonight.
You should have seen him when he was in Long Beach. I've never seen you do your balloon thing. He's just out there, and then bam, there's a balloon animal. Like,
I think it was one was the sword. He was doing the sword.
Yeah,
The swords,
sword
yeah.
everywhere, balloon sword.
Oh, yeah.
All about the swords.
And that's all I do. I don't do anything else because I don't want to be a balloon twister per se. I don't want a line of kids going, I want a frog, I want a giraffe. I just keep it simple,
That's the
stupid,
sword,
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah. I don't blame you on that one.
How much practice did you before you actually got one of those without popping?
We did not do balloons originally. The
really?
balloon thing is maybe 5 years old. And
Okay.
before that, we did, just photo ops and the normal piratey kind of thing. We set up a display and had some educational pieces on the table, and we give gold coins to the kids. And I don't know, one winter we were just kind of sitting there. I said, you know what, let me play with some balloons. It'd be fun to be able to hand something out. And I did a YouTube, search YouTube, and someone was making swords. So I think I did it like 3 or 4 times, and that's where it stuck. It was wicked easy, wicked cheap to do, make them. And so for about a year we did them,
You're an
and
orphan.
then the second year we went to an event called El Mundo, which is a Latino family festival at Fenway Park. And there was a balloon twister there, and he saw me doing them. He goes, "Hey, can I just show you another way to make them? It's a little fancier." And that's the sword that I make now with the balls and everything.
If your
It's
sword's
nice.
got balls.
Yeah. It's for everyone's pleasure,
Yeah. Like I said, Pillage over, not children oriented. Fenway Park, huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Red Sox.
In Boston.
Yeah, we did. I'm not a sports guy, so it wasn't as important to me, but we did that event 2 or 3 times, I believe. Before, I don't know. Maybe I just moved and we haven't done it since, but it was really fun. A lot of cosplayers there. We had the pirates there. They had like on-set wrestling. So they had like a bunch of amateur wrestlers with a huge wrestling match. It was so cool. And you got to walk around the Fenway Park and see the baseball stuff and go down on the pitcher's mound and stuff. So, yeah.
So you pirate in the north and you pirate in the south. What do you see as the difference in the dynamic of the events that you do up there versus what you do like down where you're at in Florida?
Well, there's a lot more heat down here.
A lot more sweat,
It's no longer a dry heat like it ever was.
I used to have sleeves until Emily helped me out and took my sleeves off and saved my life. So,
I feel you on that one.
Yeah, but it's different dynamic too, because up north, we were doing it for so long. I built a community, I built a fan base, I built a business out of doing it. So I had repeat customers every year as well as new customers, and it was it was more of a culture up there for us because we were living it. Whereas moving down here, it's only been 2.5, almost 3 years. I haven't really been out in my local community as much as I'd want to. So I don't think a lot of people know I'm even here yet, until I just start doing it. So
yeah.
Did you start your Etsy shop when you moved down to Florida or while you were up north?
I had my Etsy shop originally I don't know. It's got to be 10 years now because I
Okay.
used to make chainmail shirts and chainmail Byzantine bracelets and stuff.
Oh,
Um,
Lord help you.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So
That's
I used to
intense.
sell the bracelets a lot when sterling silver was affordable. And then once the price went up, I went to stainless steel and then I just kind of stopped. So I started the eye patches, I'd say 4 years ago, 4.5, and they weren't really selling. And then they just started taking off like a year and a half ago, I'd say it was probably my best year. And then this year seems to be pretty good. So it's it's definitely growing into a business or a side hustle, if you will.
Mhm.
But I love the fact that most of the eye patches I'm selling now are for people that need them
Mhm.
medically and not for us, who I originally made them for, was for pirates like us. And I find all these people coming to me asking, can you make them for a dog? She's about to lose her eye. Can you make them for my son? He's going in for surgery,
That's
all these
cool.
different medical reasons. So,
Yeah, I remember you were talking about that. That was kind of a back thing that you were excited that it turned into, to be able to have the ability to provide something for people's security,
right.
for
Yeah.
especially since what you have from your childhood with what happened with your leg and what you had to go through and what Shriners did for you.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
It's nice. And I sell them for very affordable from what I understand from from my customers.
mhm.
So I'm happy that my price point is something that people can afford when others, are higher.
Yeah.
So I'll take it.
And
It's
the
a good thing.
designs you do, some of the ones that come to you, I think the one you did with the wolf is probably my favorite. But I love wolves, and I have it's on my leather cup holder here is wolves. So that was probably one of my favorite one that you done recently.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, that
And
was fun.
then
The wolf eyeball
yeah, I
or
think it was
the
the wolf eyeball. There was a
yeah.
couple wolf-esque ones you have done, and I really enjoyed seeing those. And just the sheer fact with leatherworking, because we talked about it and we're like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we should do this. And I
I
started buying the stuff and we're like, screw this.
well,
This
a
is
lot of
ridiculous.
what we do is we'll try stuff out and make it for ourselves. So I'll come up with something that I want to make, and then I'll make it.
And we
Like
realize it's a
I've
bad
made
idea not to do it for ourselves. We'll
well, I
leave
made
it
a
to the
couple
professionals.
baldricks and sheaths and stuff like that, and then I realized the baldric turned out good, but then you realize, there's just a workflow to it, and it's just not feasible to do.
There's also
Part of it is
some of the things saturation
Tandy just kind of disappeared, and
in our area. Yeah.
that was where we were getting a lot of the Concos and the different parts and pieces that you need to make all that stuff. So that just kind of sealed the deal on not doing that leather work anymore. I'll do it here and there just for fun, but as far as selling it, there's so many more people out there that can do it so much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
So, and it's not even a matter of whether I could compete with people doing that. So,
Mr. Farrell, Mr. Flintlock said, "Can you show us the bar top?" But you said that he's earlier, Farrell. I don't know if it's when we couldn't hear you, but you said it was hot outside.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The bar top's not done, Farrell. Jeez.
like he should know that.
Pushy, pushy.
Drive an hour and you can see it yourself.
Yeah, wait a minute. He's closer to you than we are.
Yeah, he is. Yeah.
And what about your books? You have two?
Two books.
Or
Yeah, 2.5. No, two
that's
books. So
you're working on your
Captain
third
Jay
one, aren't you?
and the Misfit Crew was my first book.
Mhm.
And it's really about being different, right? Captain Jay is a peg leg pirate, and all the pirate captains they laugh at him and say he can't be a captain. He's only got one leg. It doesn't make sense. So he goes off and finds all these misfits, someone with one hand, someone who's deaf, someone who, is large and slow. And he says, you guys come be my crew, even though they said you can't be pirates, you come with me. And he finds a job that's unique to each one of them, um, based off of their talents, not what they can't do, but what they can do. And at the end of the story, the other captains who said they couldn't need their help, and they do the right thing and they go and save them. So that's my first story. My second one is Captain Jay and the Perfect Pet, and that's a rhyming story. It doesn't have like a message at the end, but it's just fun,
It's
and it
just
was
fun
fun to
story.
do. So, and then my third one will be Captain Jay and the Mermaid, and I'm working on that one. Yeah.
The mermaid.
Yes.
Is this a love story?
It is not a love story. No.
Good, because you're a pirate.
Is it a sushi story?
Chop her up. Yeah. It's about catching a mermaid and then divvying out her parts on the black market to see how much money you can make.
Sweet. I'm down. I'm down.
It's funny you talk about Island. You talk about Misfit Toys. We talk about Loose Cannon Company, our crew that we're a part of. We call ourselves the Island of Misfit Toys because we're always we know how to enjoy ourselves in the evening, and not all crews enjoy that. So we always get stuck to the
pushed off to our own little island where we have to enjoy ourselves by ourselves.
and Bo made this sign. It says Island of Misfit. I think it says toys. It doesn't say pirates. So it always hangs outside of our encampment when we do it. But
have you ever hold on. Have you ever heard me do this? Nobody likes us Misfit Toys. We're here on the island.
Nice.
Mr. He Miser. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You didn't hit my childhood core.
Would you like me to leave? Would you like me to leave you guys alone with this, or are you good?
I make him watch that every Christmas.
No,
nobody wants the Charlie in the box.
I have no impressions though.
No, a dentist. No one likes a dentist.
Anyway.
Anywho's.
So moving on.
River Pirate 13 says Captain Jay is one of the best pirates I know. Very talented.
Oh, the River Pirate.
The River Pirate.
That guy's on more cruises than I can count. He's always on another cruise.
And they're always drinking lots of rum. Is it the River Pirate does the rum tasting or no? Or is it another one?
Yes.
I do not know.
Okay.
He does reviews and rum reviews. Yes, he does.
Seen that one. Stephen Beguelos, a Jack in the Box named Charlie. Yes!
Charlie!
Yes!
Who's Charlie in the box?
Bo, don't text me. You go through my notifications, son. You're on my special list. So when do you think your third one's coming out? Or is it you're just kind of leisurely moving on it with how your life goes? Because we all know life is crazy.
I did a couple pages. I got stuck on an illustration that I'm doing, so it's on pause until I can get back in that mode. But I'd like to have it done by the beginning of next year, because I have 2 other book ideas in my brain filtering out. So I want to get this one done, and then I can move on to the next ones.
The graphics on that, are you doing the graphics? Because I've heard that you are quite an artist yourself.
My first book I hand drew, and then the second book I also hand drew, but I did it digitally, like on the iPad, with textures and stuff. So they look dynamically, they look different, but all the illustrations are done by me. Yeah, I don't know. I just like the idea of being the author illustrator. But my alphabet, so we were working on an alphabet book a couple years ago, and I thought it'd be really fun for Henry, one of my children, to do one drawing on each page, because it's going to have animals. Yeah. So he's done a couple illustrations for A, B, and C. And once we do that book, I think I'm going to have him continue. So it'll be a partner between him and I as a group project. I think that'd be fun and a little bit more special.
I think that's super
collaboration.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, I mean, what's not more awesome than having your spawn helping you?
Right.
She called him a spawn.
Yeah, that's what they are. Sometimes I call them my Horcruxes.
Hey, I claim Aaron as my own, but he's not my spawn.
No, not your spawn. He's my spawn.
He's still mine, but he's not my spawn.
Like he's still spawning.
He's still our boy, but
he's 30 years old and he's still spawning.
I'm done spawning, that's for sure.
So what is we're talking about children and reenactments, and just I find when we do our reenacting and the kids come up, like I said, the first time we did it, it was this little of like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to interact with these kids, or how am I going to relate to a child of 5 talk about piracy. And the first time I had that major connection with the children with doing the reenactment is I do cabin boy. You know, my hair is up, don't wear the makeup, don't wear earrings and all that. Because we do the historicals more towards the accurate side. And I was making cockades one day in camp, and a family was up and they were talking, and they were also talking Spanish, and I know enough Spanish. And they said something, and I responded, and the woman turned to me and she's like, "La mujer?" I was like, "Sí, la mujer." And then they're grabbing the kids. They're like, "It's a woman." I'm like, yeah. And it was one of those where they grabbed the daughter and it's like, "See, you can be anything you want to be." And I thought that was cool. And you would think that connection for me would have been sooner, because I'm an engineer and I want girls to think about the science side of life, but it definitely connected more on the pirating side. So when you started doing this, obviously your kids, what was the big trigger for I want to do this for the kids, or your excitement? Because you talk about with the swords and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, when we started, so I started doing this. I did it for a coworker for a birthday party for his nephew.
Oh,
Which is funny. I just saw him and the nephew again when I was up north a couple weekends ago, and the nephew is now, I think, 22, 21.
oh
So
Lord, feel old
it's
again.
been a while. But I started that. I did the birthday party, and then I was in a group and we were doing some nonprofit like charity stuff and having a little bit of fun. And when I broke off and formed our own group, my quartermaster Nick and I, we started really focusing on community events,
Mm-hmm.
and community involvement. How do we support the community? That right off the bat turned into family carnivals, family functions, things where kids and adults were, and the people that were requesting us were looking for that balance. Oh, pirates equals kids. We can do a treasure hunt or something like that.
Yeah.
That can balance all the adult stuff that's here. So
Mm-hmm.
we kind of focused on kids right off the bat, but we knew right from the beginning that our love was the history of pirates too. So how do you mix the two together? So I have a term that I use. I don't know if other people use it, but I tell people that we are historically movie accurate pirates, right? Because
Okay.
I'm not historically accurate, but movie wise, I definitely am. Bright and shiny and flashy, it's enough to bring the kids in,
Uh
and
huh.
then once they're here, I can teach them a little something, and if they're interested, I can teach them more. You know,
Yeah.
that's really what we had a passion for, and that's what I love, is pushing those little buttons to see how much interest we can get. And then if you strike that, that light, that candle light, then you can pull
Yeah.
them in for some more education, more stuff.
What's your gauge on that? Obviously, that is huge with all of this, because history can be boring. And
Mhm.
when you're talking to a child, you don't want their
You're just
eyes to glaze over in the back of
like
their head.
I find a lot of ours because obviously Loose Cannon Company, we specialize in the weapons,
Oh, that's where they
and
always go
boy,
to.
that weapons table is always packed,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what
Screw the
draws them
rest of
in
the
for
crew. We
us.
just want to know about the black powder.
Yeah, they want to know about the pistols and the blunderbusses and the cannons and anything that goes boom. So that's what draws the kids in for us, which is kind of
Yeah.
cool. So is because we don't have the Hollywood aspect of it, but boy, they see all those guns laid on a table and they're like, oh,
It's
what's
kind
all
of
this?
it's kind of like the swap. We don't have. I do love your description of the movie. Say that again. The movie
historically movie accurate.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because it's the
So,
reality of it. When they look at Jack Sparrow, that's what they know in the drawing
Right.
room. So
That's the majority of what they're going to see because it's on TV and it's in the movies.
our draw is the big boom booms, and they don't give a shit about anything else that goes on camera.
well, we never up north until we were well in a couple of years doing what we were doing. We were never exposed to the term thread counter or the people that are considered thread counters.
Snitch Nazi.
Yeah, I've never experienced that kind of snuff. So I just assumed what we were doing was like everyone else. And we were at an event in Massachusetts, and it was my first time ever encountering. And I'm, you know me, I'm up there friendly. I came into their camp. Hey guys, nice to meet you. Name's Captain Jay. And they wouldn't shake my hand. They wouldn't acknowledge me. They kind of just turned their attention. Yeah, they did one of those like up and down kind of things. Yeah. It was crazy to me, and that's when I learned that that was a thing. That the historical side, there's a fun historical side that appreciates everybody, and then there's a historical side that says you, Captain Jay, are ruining what we're doing for everyone. And but here's the problem: when you're in that mode, in that brain, you're not going to get everybody. Your focus is adults in that case,
for sure,
because
100%.
Kids aren't interested. You need to do something to bring the kids in, which brings the families in, because parents that are toting around little kids that aren't interested in what you're doing aren't going to necessarily come to you, because the kids they're there being dragged around by kids. But if you can get kids in, then the adults can come with them. You can teach the adults who probably have an interest in what you're trying to teach them, as well as have a little fun and hopefully teach the kids.
And in our encampment, we have a rat toss, so we have a cauldron that just has a bunch of rubber rats in it, and
that's how we bring kids in.
That's how
we keep
one
the
of the
kids
games
occupied while the parents might be learning about the other side of it.
Yeah, then and the games that we came up with we try and lean them towards being historically accurate.
What's the idea of it? Rats were on a ship. We joke around like, "Oh, you're helping us make dinner." And
there's another one that I came up with. It's
the rail toss,
not knocking the rats off a rail.
So my God, let me tell you about these children when they get a belay pin in their hand and how they chuck it. Like you think they're going to decapitate a person when they.
Yeah. That I've had to fix that railing so many times from just little 5-year-old kids chucking the belay pins.
Oh my God, we're like easy, finesse, muscles and everything.
They don't know how to do that. They're just
oh, Russian beat my sister with it. And what you're talking about, the stitch Nazis, is a lot more prevalent here. Between Florida and Maine, with the Virginia and North Carolina and that type of area, because of the historical aspect of here. And when we've done a couple events, and we've actually not even just that, Authentic Pirate History, the group on Facebook. I don't know if you're a part of that. Is that what I'm saying, right?
Authentic Living History.
Authentic Living History for Pirate. We're a part of that group because obviously we want to learn history. And there was a couple of times that love this man. He's posted our picture in there, and I'm like cringing because I know we're not 100% historically accurate. We cater to what everybody wants. My philosophy is, if you're going to spend money with me, I'm going to make you what you want. I don't care if it's historically accurate or not. I will. If you ask me questions, I will guide you. If that's not what we want, whatever.
My philosophy is trying to make historically accurate look cool.
Yeah.
If I can, come up with a cool color, cool looking way to make the historically accurate garb look cool, that's I'll push the ragged edge. You know what I mean?
What I was with that group is somebody has commented like, "Hey, I'm looking for a pirate kit," and they've told them go to our website. And well, our website isn't all historical stuff; it's more flashy. And I remember the first time somebody went up there and they just ripped us a new one. They're like, blah blah blah. This is polyester, and this is this, and then and I had to go in there. I'm like, look, I could do historical. You asked me, but if you want me for as a business, like you said, having that niche, we're a niche as it is. Being able to cater to the larger group is just
trying to niche it down to only being historically accurate. You're cutting out like half of your customer base.
I think you're cutting out like 3/4 your customer base at that point. So no, we don't want to be Stitch Nazis.
Bo's comment here actually it's funny. The pillory is probably by far one of my most favorite things because not only putting the kids in there, but we like to arrest the adults and have the kids help us. And again, it gives us an opportunity because number one, we're going to ask them what this is, and they're going to say it's a stockades, and we're going to say, "Ooh, so close," but it's actually a pillory, and this is how to explain it, right?
Right.
And then we have our shackles and show them how they work and put them on the adults and all that, and then we can let them, all right, kids, you're up, that kind of thing.
Yeah, walk the adults around with the shackles on and all that.
Yeah.
Or to get the adults in the pillory and have the kids like splash water in their face or something stupid,
Yeah, great opportunity to teach. I also love, my favorite thing in the world is teaching the girls, right? My first question, I'll get up to a family and all right, pirates, boys or girls, what were they? And, they all usually go, oh, pirates are boys. I go, but, and then we have the opportunity to teach not only about pirate history, but about amazing females in the pirate world and the success they had that was more successful per se than the men. And now you've got a whole nother brainchild in these kids thinking, oh, okay, well, that's something we'd never heard before. So
that's always my favorite question for women pirates. You will never know, except for the ones that got caught.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, there were probably a lot more women pirates than most people realize.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
I think my favorite memory of doing the reenactment stuff, and doing the cabin boy like we talked about, I was standing behind him and my mother came and visited, and she goes to him, she's like, "Where's Deborah?" And I'm standing next to him. Yeah. He's like, "She's right here." And same thing with my dad. My dad's looking at a picture. He's like, "Where are you?" I'm like, "Dad, dead middle, right there." Guess what? I'm doing it right. I'm good with that.
That's perfect. Right. It's so perfect.
A little bit of validation of what you're trying to do. So
it's nice when you get the feedback.
Oh, hi, Willis. Glad of you to join us.
Oh, did you wake up from your nap there, buddy? Oh, glad we could entertain.
I know Tucci's reading the notes because he saw what Bo said, because I was going to comment on the pillory. Pillory is one of our favorite things to do.
Yeah.
And going to give a little trade secret, but the guys like to get the women in there and then bring the cat of nine tails out.
What trade secrets?
Yeah.
This happens everywhere. I thought this happened all over the place.
Pirate. Rugby, you went out. Go down.
So this is a pillory in your bedroom, or are you talking about in public space?
I'm talking about in public.
Oh, okay.
This is the public one.
We're talking about the public one. No
comment on the one in the bedroom.
Mr. Farrell asks,
I plead the
Jay, what's your favorite memory being a pirate, and who's your favorite pirate reenactor? Actually, there was a question similar I was going to ask, but I want to hear this one first.
All right. Favorite pirate memory. I have two, so I'm going to share them both. Number one, we have done the Portsmouth Tall Ship event now for 12 years. And one of our first years, we met a little boy named Silas who was stage 3 cancer. And we met him actually through Make-A-Wish. They asked us to come and build a pirate themed bedroom for him, so we did. And he came to the Tall Ships the next year, and we reached out to the pirate community and asked to do a gift box for him, and people came in and donated like legit pirate kid-sized costume, garb, everything, stickers, books, whatever. So we got to present that to him. And every year he would come to the Tall Ships, he would have that coat on every year. And even after the years he outgrew it, he still came with that jacket on, and I got to watch him grow every year up into a young man into high school, and he beat cancer. And from what I know, he's doing great. I used to stay in touch with his mom and dad quite a bit. I've lost touch a little bit, but we're still on Facebook. But yeah, it just being able to meet a young child and see him grow throughout the years and know that he's coming back to visit to see us was just that was always something very special in my heart. Um, and then my other favorite memory is same event, Tall Ships. We did a whole table spread of educational. We taught about treasure, what real pirate treasure was, and how pirates didn't um, bury treasure as much as they say they do in the movies and everything, and all this stuff about pirate history. And this woman, adult woman, 40s maybe, she turned to me and she said, "Isn't this just great?" And I go, "It is. We love it. It's a passion of ours, the history." She goes, "Wouldn't it be just great like if it was real?" And I said, "What do you mean real?" She goes, "Well, like all this pirate stuff. Wouldn't it be crazy if this was like actual history, like real and not just made up?" And I had to go into this whole spiel about how this was real, and she had no idea. She said she never knew that pirates were a real part of history, never was taught it in her education, and was completely just blown away that what I was
Wow.
teaching was actual history. So
that's insane.
yeah.
Cool though.
I want to add one more question onto that. Real pirate. Who is your favorite real pirate?
Like historical pirate?
Yeah, who's your favorite historical pirate?
Who's your favorite pirate?
I don't know. I always like Captain Kidd. What? Why is
Please
that?
explain.
I would have figured up north you're going to say Sam Bellamy because he's my favorite.
No, you know what? Because the way that Captain Kidd was explained to me was that he was trialed and killed basically by accident, right? And I always just thought that was funny, like, "Oh, my pardon's in my other pants. Can you wait for me to get it, please?" And they were like, "No, sorry." And
Okay,
yeah,
I got you in that one.
trying to bribe everybody to hell and back to get out of it.
Oh my god!
Like, hey, I got this buried treasure.
Hold on, it's in the other ship. When we go back,
yeah,
and get it.
It's on.
No,
this
really,
little
I'm
island.
allowed to do this. I promise. It's okay.
I got this buried treasure in Massachusetts. If you let me go, I'll show you where it's at.
Yeah. So that's why he's my favorite.
Sam Bellamy is fine for the obvious love story. So
yeah, see, Mr. Willis even says it. He was framed. Exactly. That's what
he was. He was a privateer. He was framed.
Yeah.
There's a couple of them. They're all framed.
I was framed.
There are so there's rumors so when we lived in Portsmouth, and I've been told this isn't true, and I've been told it is true, but I go with it anyways because
it's all about perspective.
I'll take it. So when we lived in Portsmouth, we were taught that Star Island, which is part of the Isles of Shoals, Star Island was once owned by one of Blackbeard's 13 wives, Eleanor, I believe. And there's rumors that there was treasure buried there, and there have been people that have found coins on the coast of Portsmouth.
I've heard that too.
Have you? Okay. That they say it's buried there, but because it's privately owned, they won't let anyone drill, blah, 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 blah. So that's part of the history that we used to tell because it was local history. And we were also told that Sam Bellamy was supposed to meet Blackbeard on Star Island for a wedding. And as he was heading up, the storm came that took his ship, which was lucky because they actually had militia on Star Island ready to arrest Bellamy and Blackbeard if they had shown up. So again, I don't know if that's yay or nay. But
it's cool. It's a cool story, though.
Well, it's an interesting. it's an interesting perspective, and it's a perspective from him being up in that area.
Yeah.
Right.
Like the book, Pirates of the Chesapeake. It's one of the books from research I did, and I remember reading it, and they said Bellamy lived. And I'm just like, what kind of bullshit is this? And where did this come from? And I still haven't been able to find any historical accuracy of where.
Again, explain, please.
Explain me, please.
Right.
I love history, and especially being an engineer, a person who loves history. That's why I like being here in Virginia. being up north, we're in Maine in that area, and even down in Florida, like the two areas that you go back and forth with the history and all that is still phenomenal with what you're learning.
Yeah,
And
a lot of people forget.
perspective.
A lot of people forget that pirates were up, went up as far as Nova Scotia and were up in that area.
Willis says, I never heard that. I didn't either.
Right? It's a cool story.
I would love to read more history on it. You got first primary resources are always a bitch to get. I don't know if you saw this because obviously you're reading the comments coming. 0.75 said to Captain Jay, I very much agree about hooking the kids in the presentation informer to bring in the adults too.
Yeah.
So I thought that is
it's funny because normally when they come up to the encampment, the adults are like, "Oh, go see what's going on," and they kind of hang
10-minute babysitter, just go.
So if you can get the kids to come in, and then the adults are like, "Hey, what's going on here?"
Yeah,
back you.
Especially if you have stuff for them to touch, right? Touch, feel, interact with. The balloon swords, that's easy. I like now that I have pirate friends that can do them. Like my buddy Dave, we've taught him how to do them. He's a rocket on those. He's an older gentleman. I can have him do the balloon swords, bring in the people, and then I can pull them over to the table to teach them, right?
Yeah,
you can kind of balance that out and really get into it. And it really matters being able to have something, anything. You guys have the weapons table any day of the week, right? The Brotherhood of Arrow and Sword up north, they do Ren fairs, very awesome group. But when they set up their tent, that's one of the biggest highlights. You go in there, you can pick up the knight's helmet, you can pick up the swords, the mace, and actually see what these things do. And
just being in there is enough for them, because they just walk around and you can see the wide-eyed just looking at just the tent and the cannon sitting there and the tools sitting there and just the furniture and all that. Even if you don't even have to say anything to them, they're just in awe of all that stuff. And a lot of the biggest question we get, do you guys sleep here?
Yeah.
And we're like, yeah. And everybody's, especially the adults, because, the kids don't care.
We won't be at
But the adults are like, really? We're like, yeah, we get here Friday and we sleep here all weekend long.
Mm-hmm.
This is it. This is our home. So when you're coming into this encampment, you're coming into our home. This is how they lived if they would have had a careening encampment on the shore.
According to Bo, what we do as pirates is called glamping.
Well, yeah.
She says we clamp when we pirate. All the A-frames.
All the stuff that they don't need to know about that, though.
No. They don't need
that's for
they don't
the
need
old
to know
folks.
about the wizard behind the curtain.
Yeah, that's behind the curtain. We try and hide that stuff as much as possible.
Our old bodies don't want to sleep on the ground in these hard cuts, so we have an air mattress.
But they don't know. They don't know.
Yeah, that's all I got there. Have you? Obviously, kids talk being pirates up, and actually, our cousin's son is big on us. He loves pirates, and we're the pirate cousins. And every time they come and see us, and he's seen us a million times, but when they always come up, he always hides behind his parents and like all shy, like, oh no, I don't know, no.
That's a family thing too.
Oh, that is too. But that's not all of them. Like all the kids, like, oh, you said you want to see the pirates, and then they see the pirates and they run away screaming. Like, ah! We're like, it's okay, it's a normal thing. Mr. Willis is here.
You probably got too close to him and smelled him.
But that part is always funny when the parents are just like, he was just talking about meeting the pirates, and you're like, really, it's a normal thing. It's okay.
Oh yeah, I always tell them to come back. I'll be here all day. When you're ready to talk, you circle back around, come see me. And I always offer a gold coin for a photo, right?
Yep.
Parents are always like, hey, do you want to take a picture? And they're like, I don't know. And I come in and go, I'll pay you 1 gold coin if you take a picture with me.
Yep. That'll get them right in there.
The bling draws all the children in there.
Right here. This right here.
Except when they're family, I just go around and steal them and I run away with them.
Because pirate.
It's called instinct. Stephen Manuela says it's called instinct. Then they run away. They know better than most adults. Maybe
it's like they know.
It's like they know. So we've had some really good experiences with. I think with doing this, you get a better read of the children because and also I have my nephew's autistic, so being a good judge of character when that comes around, when you start interacting with them and you see them drawn away, and being able to pull back your, I guess, I don't know what the word is. It's like your over the top persona when you're dealing with kids. And then when the parents walk away after you've done that because the child's still been able to interact and they're like, thank you. It's just like, it's cool because you're like, yeah, it's no worries. You know, I'm glad to be able to make that connection.
That's what we're there for.
And to be able to judge and understand and not be, I guess with today's society, it's touchy-feely with people being all pissy about things going on. So it's nice.
It's fun because we also have members of our crew who have kids who also get in the garb and help us run the games. So they're there, you know, what, JJ's 16?
Yeah.
Or no, he's what? How old is JJ? He's younger.
14.
14.
14, 15.
Yeah, so, he's in full garb out there running the games, helping the kids with the rat toss and all that. I think that helps too. And it's really cool that, and he,
well, that's the part of it I was talking about.
He's been around it pretty much his whole life.
Talking about people being born into it. And I'm like, your children have been around since you've been Captain Jay, right?
All of them. Yeah. I mean, I started after Riley and Hunter were born and Kaysen. So, but before the last three were born. So they've
13,
been around it for quite some time now. I mean, 15, 16 years, I want to say, something like that. So,
Mr. Willis's kids,
Mr. Willis's grandson.
Yeah.
Was
and
literally,
his grandson.
Mr. Willis's grandson was literally born in this. His name is Cannonball. That child was born and was given the name Cannonball. It's this little thing.
I mean, he's since we've been in the crew.
Dana and Corey as well. They're both come around. And his son-in-law, Mr. Brown, he's a major part of the crew too. So it's
who is Cannonball's father?
Yeah, Cannonball's dad. So I always enjoy seeing. There's a lot of kids I see that were just their names. Yeah, Pee Wee. Is it Pee Wee? Payway?
Huh?
Sweet Pea. Sorry, his name's Sweet Pea because he was a small kid. He got nicknamed Sweet Pea. I feel bad for these children who got their names before they can actually get their own names.
Before they know what they mean.
The kids are all featured in my YouTube channel too, right? I mean, we made videos as a family, and part of it was to have a kids show on YouTube, but the other half of it was a little bit wanting to immortalize our relationship, our family together, and have these memories to be able to watch. I mean, we still do. We'll go back and watch Goldilocks and the Three Pirates, or I posted a couple weeks ago, the bike safety, and just fun ones where I can go back and see these kids when they were the littlest and they were really excited to do pirate stuff with me. And that's kind of what that YouTube channel was for me, deep down inside, outside of wanting to be some kind of children's show, educational show for kids.
The mass influencer that you are.
I wanted to be. I mean, that was a huge goal for me. It never really took off.
The algorithm just
we feel you, brother. Running a YouTube channel is a whole lot more work than people think it is. It's it's funny
if
because
it was easy, everybody would do
with
it.
Parlay 8, people like Mayhem know us more for Pillage Overload than he does for Loose Cannon Company because he's never vending because he's never seen us do that stuff. So he's never been to an event but he's seen us, do our show. And it's like the way we have we have people that know us for Pillage Overload, and we have people that know us for Loose Cannon Company and what we do. And then we also have
people who know us for Parlay. So it's like hard for people to know us for
crazy dynamic.
All three.
But
we are one and the same, and all three are once.
Literally, if the other part of Parlay went away, this could be its own thing. Pillage Overload could be its own thing. If we tried, we don't really try hard enough because the dynamic with everything else that we do.
Into this to begin with, this FYI, just FYI.
The pandemic helped a little bit.
No. We did one show, and you said we would. I remember this. Hey, Smoke, we'll do this every week if you need us, brother. And here we are, 4 years later, still doing Pillage Overload.
But my point in all this is everything else went away. This could be its own thing, So, like, I guess basically my point is running a YouTube channel is a lot more work than most people think.
What I was going to say is that he talked about family with your channel. And that's what I love about what we do is that me and him we get to do this together. It's something that I love and I appreciate that we could do this. And then our son, when Tybee Island went, we're like, hey, go to the beach and go look for the pirates and just tell them that you know us. And he ended up running into a couple of our friends and took selfies and sent them to us. And I thought it was cool because we were not there, but our friends welcomed our son with open arms, even we're there. Like, oh yeah, we're Brewster's kid. Yeah, come here, come hang out. And that's what I love about our community, the family. And I think, you talk about with pirates, maybe they weren't all about family then because of the lives they were living. But today, in what we do now, we are 100% family. And that's what I love most about what we do now. You have chemistry together. Oh, thank you.
Aw.
I would hope we have chemistry together. Been with him for almost 20 years. Good Lord, help me.
The chemistry.
Do you want me to lay the Thor hammer down on you again? Could have had a VA.
She's wearing
that. What was that?
I got my anchor on.
That was inappropriate. Whatever that was not okay.
Yeah.
My order ring is a little bit of a hammer every once in a while. Whoopsie.
Yeah.
Jake, blink twice if you're okay.
There's that chemistry.
Future thoughts for your channel. Are you trying to do some more movies? I know aside from what you were talking about on the order side, which I would assume that's more on the member part of it, but what are you looking at doing with your channel moving forward?
I want to finish my 50 States series because those have some really good views on them. And then I really want to do a Captain Jay video series on the ABCs of animals. And I really want to get up and close and personal with some, and I've got all these ideas of how to get, just some partnership with maybe some local zoos, or I don't know. Some of us have really weird animals in their houses that could help.
Yeah.
And not just the kids.
Yeah. But I really want to do that. I've always loved animal educational videos where kids get to learn and explore about animals. And like I said, the States videos were super fun. If you've never seen any of my States videos, definitely check them out, because what we did is we found pirates from different states and we said, hey, do you want to do a video, teach the kids about things? My kids, being in school, were not learning what the state flower was, what the state bird was, what the state tree was, none of that stuff, the state capital, all that stuff, right?
Basic stuff that you should know.
Yeah, we used to learn about and they don't. So that's kind of what my videos were about. And then each group would throw in a little bit of pirate history about their state, if there was any. We got, I want to say 20 or 30 states done. So we got quite a few of them done, and they were fun. And I got to connect with pirates that I didn't even know at the time. So it was, I want to finish that series. I have footage for 3 other states that I just need to piece together and put out there. But it'll come. Definitely.
I'm assuming that you hit the whole East Coast, or no? On your, I've seen some of them, but I haven't looked through all of them. Did you hit all the East Coast?
I don't think so, but I'd have to look again. It's been a while since I've looked.
I'm gonna have to go look, because if obviously anything within our area, we would be more than happy to
sponsor you.
I love.
Come to Virginia.
Look, when my mom was stationed in Maryland when she was in the Navy. Maryland loves the drill their state flower, state everything in your brain. Like, it's the sunflower, and this is the flag, and these are reasons why the counties are named what they are,
and reasons why Maryland is special.
And this is why we left Maryland. Not that they're just expensive as hell to live in, but yeah, I'll go look, and if any of them, we love to help you with that. We love history, and you need a couple extra actors. Like, hey,
yeah, always.
I'm volunteering. I'm volunteering somebody.
Mm-hmm. I do have Maryland. You do have Maryland. Yeah.
Well, Virginia.
But I don't have. I have North Carolina.
You don't have North Carolina.
But I don't have I don't have any. I don't have South Carolina. I don't have Virginia's. I do have Georgia.
Do you have Jersey?
I have Florida. So.
You have New Jersey on there?
I believe I have New Jersey on here.
Okay. Sound so happy about that.
You know what? Shut up. No one asked you.
Yeah, I got Jersey.
I'm going to stab you with this pen. Shut up.
State that can't pump their own gas. Makes no sense.
Hey, that's the best thing ever when it's in the winter. Shut up. My favorite thing about going home and seeing my family.
And the jug handles. I love the jug handles. That's my favorite.
Willis goes, what exit? Hell yeah. Hey, Glenn. Speaking of which,
Jersey,
my uncle's on. That's my uncle. He comes on every show. He's been quiet, but that's New Jersey. Love you. So we are actually a little over our hour. We've had Ronnie Rodriguez moved to Idaho. Oh, I was like, I saw Steve and I saw Ronnie. I was like, wait a minute, Ronnie's on? I was like, wait a minute, where's Joel?
Hold the phone.
I got a little excited there for a second. Where was my thought process? I got all flustered.
Guessing you were trying to wrap it up somehow.
I was trying to wrap it up.
Way to make that
yeah, it's way over the top. Tucci, thank you so much. We had a blast tonight. Even with the pirates and technology, where everybody else could hear you, but we couldn't. It should have been
their extra 7 minutes that they lost in the beginning of the show.
No, everybody kept them entertained for you.
You didn't hear them.
We got our extra 7 minutes.
Pirates of New Jersey are in the State House. Thanks,
in the State House.
State House. So everybody join us tonight. Just know that we are not on next week. We are going to be in Panama City. Sadly, we're not going to see Captain Jay. You got other obligations, so we understand that. We will be back on the 17th for another show. Don't know what the hell that is. It might just be
we're just making this shit up as we go.
That's what we normally do. That's how it works. So if you guys haven't subscribed our channel, also like and subscribe Captain Jay's channel. I will put the link in the descriptions. Check out his Etsy.
Yes.
Get his books.
We'll get that in the description as well.
Support. Don't screw all those big box guys. Support all of us awesome people.
Don't mess this up.
Don't mess it up.
We're watching you guys.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I really loved it. I'm so exciting to be here. So that's great. Thank you.
And the next one, we need to have it when your pirate bar is done because we want to see it, sir.
Yeah. We'll go live to the pirate bar. We'll pirate bar to pirate bar.
Because I heard them out there a couple of times on those tiles, and this one's only once.
Yeah. Real quick, it's funny when I'm doing them. I feel bad when I have the same person on each tile as I'm doing them, even though that's not how they're going to be placed. So I was like, I have 6 pictures of Deborah, but I can't just laser them all at the same time. So I have to space them out.
Can't just put them all on there. She loves you too, man.
Oh, he shared the first message with me. He's like, yeah, here's a picture of me and him. And oh shit, you're not in it. It's like, thanks, son.
But you're in the 6 other ones. So.
And then he's like, oh, by the way, you are in other ones. I was like, I know I'm at least in one of them. It's a big group picture, so.
That's true. Yeah. See, there's another one you're in.
But thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming on. We're really excited about what you got going forward, and just we absolutely love you, dude. I'm so grateful you wanted to come and deal with us knuckleheads.
Yeah,
so.
and hopefully we'll see you soon, man.
Yep.
And we'll see you soon.
In the adage of Pillage Overload, somebody has water, but we will do our nomenclature. See you guys next time. Be safe, fair winds and fallen seas. And as always, hashtag drink more rum. Night, everybody.
Night.